Before I talk about the riots, I just want to say I really don't like Black Lives Matter. I wasn't even going to make a video about this, but I felt compelled. So, yeah. Hey, what's up? It's Ro. So, look, right? I know when it first came out, Black Lives Matter was probably a genuine idea. But the thing is, Black Lives Matter has this disconnect between the people who support the movement and like what it stands for, and then like the people who are just supporting the organization. The only people who support the movement are the common folk, everyday people. Everybody else is talking about the organization. These big corporations like Nike are talking about the organization. I know these politicians are talking about the organization since it donates them all this money. And then the celebrities could go either way, but that's part of the problem. Not only does BLM have people who don't know any better donating them all this money, not only does BLM have politicians running subliminals for them, not only do they have elites like Jorge Soros donating to them, but they also have it so that the majority of people don't even realize there's a difference, or they don't care. And it's crazy, right? Because you would think that people would have noticed before this whole fiasco with Miss Marxist. Because, they let Obama slide with his mansion, so I had no faith in y'all to do right. But I ended up being wrong, which is good. But in reality, it doesn't matter. Like, it didn't affect anything. People are still donating. People are still chanting. And people still think that this, whatever you want to call it, has anything to do with black people. They don't even want niggas in the household raising their kids. None of these women who founded BLM are married to black men. I think two are in the alphabet, and the one that's not is married to a white man. But you could check me on that. And then you have these sponsored riots where every time a black person dies, we just let white people burn our shit down, which to me has never made sense. Looting, I'm 50-50 on. As long as you're not looting from small businesses, I guess nobody really getting hurt. Like Target got insurance. But burning, destroying small businesses, that's fucked up. And my thing is, it's consistently every time a black person has died in the last year that we just go out and burn shit. And the majority of people are not calling it out. Niggas are just charging it to the game. A lot of these businesses aren't coming back. Stupid 19 already got a lot of small businesses, a lot of who are black owned. They're either gone or on the way out. But then motherfuckers start burning and destroying them too. Yeah, that's wicked. I don't care. This shit getting out of hand. In fact, even the protests be wilding out. I see people with these big banners that say anarchy at BLM protests. Like, bro, why are we not kicking these people out? This didn't start happening until we started letting white people in our protests. I'm going to just keep it a buck. But see, that's the issue. There's no actual goal. It's just numbers. There's no endpoint. We just keep going back to the start line every time, expecting to get somewhere new, and then the goals that we have aren't even black focused. Like, we're not even pushing for no real shit. It's just more stuff white people tell us to say, and then we start regurgitating it like it means something to us. Like, we know what it means. Like, why are niggas saying that they want to be communist? What does that have to do with black people? And then there's stuff like abolish the police and, like, gun laws. Like, just stuff that just makes no sense. Like, we could be working on things like Section 8 or, like, decriminalizing and releasing people with marijuana and minor drug charges. Shit, abolishing Planned Parenthood would literally be more effective. Like, shit that actually disproportionately affects black people. But no, we're pushing nonsensical bullshit. I think for me, I just need people to care more in general and not be so accepting of every idea that is thrown at us. We want to be accepted so bad that we're willing to make these compromises that would just, like, destroy us in the process. We've been down for so long that we're willing to just take, like, whatever crumbs we can get. We have to start promoting critical thinking in the black community, because it's a lot of niggas out here that's just retarded. And I don't say that to be rude. I say it because it's true. Niggas are lost. And now, once again, because we fostered this victim mentality, everybody want to be a part of the oppression Olympics. And what you'll notice is, as soon as Aries season hit, now you got all these stories of police doing wild shit all the time to make people upset. And they do this because they know people will play into it and riot. They figured out the variable to get the result that they want. And I'm not saying black people deserve to die, because they don't. And even though personally I think the George Floyd thing was a psyop, I think that we could have used the situation to actually come together in a way that didn't involve destroying our community in the process. I am actually surprised that they found Chauvin guilty. I was definitely expecting them to go not guilty and then just have everything just get burnt down. But that was an interesting surprise. But I guess the jurors figured that that was the case too, and they didn't want that on their heads. And see, that's the whole thing. It's dumb that that would have been that's like that was the deciding factor about whether he was guilty or not. Is that the jurors realized that the country would just be set on fire essentially. It's dumb, and people are just eating it up. I don't know. At this point, we just need a new movement. Something that can't be hijacked or bought, preferably, because BLM's just not cutting it for me. We don't even have to all agree on what the goal is. We just need to have some standard for what people should be doing at our protests and what we just won't allow people to do. Like, what's not going to be tolerated. Like, we need standards. And that's the thing. I'm not even saying that there aren't times where we might need to riot, because sometimes you need that energy. It can be good. That warrior energy is needed. But the way we're going about it now is not effective because there's no plan. There's no goal. People are just mad. Like, we need a trajectory. We need people who actually have our best interest at heart. Then we can start talking about what the goal is and what we need to do. But, you know, it's easy to run hypotheticals because, you know, we all know if if something like that did happen, it would get called a black extremist group and the media would run a smear campaign. And it's unfortunate, but it's true. They would never let anything like that take off. Like some positive stuff that they didn't have control of. No. I guess the takeaway is that we need more critical thinking in the black community and in people in general. We need more strong men, specifically black men, who actually know what's going on in our community and give a fuck about our community, because there's not enough of us. And what's happening now is there's this imbalance in energies in our community. So we have this really strong feminine presence and this really strong feminine energy. And what's happening is it's starting to make its way into our men, and they're being incentivized by society to not be men. I'm going to just lowball and say like 60 to 70% of black men are just weak ass niggas. You know who break shit every time they get mad? Children. And it's a lot of grown ass adults out here acting like children with no direction because they just been doing whatever the hell they want anyway. But I'm going to cut it there because this is turning into a black community rant. But yeah, that's it for me. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm starting to get faster with editing, so maybe I'll upload more. We'll see. But yeah, peace and light, family. Stay powerful. Bye, y'all. I'm out.